What's up, everybody? Lights out again, and I figure, why not? I got nothing and better to do. The uh, internet router that I got from T-Mobile is on the power supply, so I get at least 10 minutes. So let's see what happens, right? And I got backup Wi-Fi with hotspotting, so may as well. Yeah, hold on a second. Earlier today, I received and tested out this little infrared light. I've got some lighting here. I got my big fat light over here doing the room, and I got my little desk light doing its job. So, hey, welcome to the Lights Out Again Quantum Show. And the lights went out. There's a storm somewhere. But yeah, I did this earlier. This is supposed to be super bright. Give me a freaking break. Useless. Lights out. There's a storm somewhere. And I figure, why not come online using the iPhone? And it's all right. It's doing all right. iPhone works pretty good, but this infrared light don't. I did a little demo earlier. Raven, hey Aussie Tiger. So far it's just you and me and three lurkers. So welcome back to the Quantum Show. Uh, I got the lights went out, so I'm running on all AA, AAA rechargeables. We'll see what happens, right? And it flickered a couple times, then it just went completely out. So I'm just coming on here in preparation for tomorrow's show. And if any of y'all don't know, I'm trying to get with Rich Giordano because I want to tell him about the time I was arrested. It didn't go quite like anyone knew it would go, right? And I didn't know how it was going to go, but it was bumpy, let me tell you. And it wasn't for anything. I didn't do anything really bad. Just saying, right? Let me see if I can adjust this because it's dark enough as it is. I'm on my tripod, and I guess I don't have to worry about how my hair looks, so that's good. I got just enough light to see by, and this selfie cam isn't doing too well, but whatever. You know, I got, I am the only one who has flashlights in this house. I'm like, come on, y'all. What do y'all? I got flashlights. I carry one with me all the time. They using up all my batteries. Whatever. But uh lights are out and I figure why not come online. I went out tonight to the Legion and it was fun. Everybody here. So, you know what? People are telling me this stuff is all about getting old, and I'm like, man, I refuse that. So I'm doing all I can. I do all the health food stuff, right? But yeah, I've been in and out of urology, and that sucks. But anyway, back to I'm gonna go get with Rich Giordano for his channel Rich Saves America about the time I was arrested. And uh I don't want to spoil it here, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But yeah, I've been arrested. I must be a criminal. Oh my god. Nathan from the Quantum Show has a rap sheet. It was funny. It was funny when it well, it's funny looking back. It wasn't very funny when it happened. But yeah, and it was over an unpaid citation. And I'm like, dude, what? Y'all know what torture cuffs are? Look them up, okay? He used them on me for whatever reason. He felt. I'll get into it when I get with Rich because it was highly unnecessary. All right. And yeah, this is an unscheduled live. So, Aussie, it's me and you and one lurker. So, welcome back to the Quantum Show. I was going to go outside with the big light, but it's starting to rain. I don't want to mess with any of the hardware. You know, I don't, of all the survival stuff I've got, all the investigation stuff. I don't have an umbrella. got another person come in. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Quantum Show. The lights out again, Quantum Show. I figured I'd just go live. Why not? Best thing to do when there ain't nothing else going on. This is not the, hey, Sarah. Hey, Sarah. Lights out. Luckily, my computer I can just tap a button on the front and it goes into standby. And that's fine. I've got the backup battery going down there, the power thing. Oh, Aussie, I did get arrested. Make sure you head over to Rich Saves America. Subscribe, okay? Because he does First Amendment auditing. And I never thought I'd have something to talk about with an auditor show. But I do. Apparently, I was me adjusting. But yeah. That sucks, Aussie. Aussie, I'm going to try to see if this works. Okay. Okay, yeah. Aussie says, I was almost arrested too due to unpaid fines. Yeah, that sucks. I did get arrested. And I ended up, like I said, I'm not going to spoil it here. It's going to be on Rich Saves America. So I never thought I'd have anything to share like that. But you know what? That's just life. Life gives you all the material you need for something you want to talk about anytime ever. Also, this is not the G-rated first hour. This is a unscheduled live. When it says lights out, we got lightning going. You might hear some. Hopefully I sound okay. Can I get a sound check? Does everybody hear me all right? Just had thunder come through. Did you hear the thunder? Maybe. I guess the netbook was working, but the webcam on it sucks. Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Sarah. But yeah, just a lot of, hey, Goblin, what's up? Welcome to the Quantum Show. Thanks for coming by. Hope you like what you see so far. Oh, you heard the thunder? You heard that thunder? Cool. So, yeah, but Goblin, this thing is so picky. Thanks for coming by the Quantum Show. This is a lights out again live stream. I'm using LED lights, a phone, and an iffy power supply battery that at the best of times has a 19-minute shut off. So we shall see. As soon as the router turns off, show will be over. Or the lights come back on, because then it's just boring. But this is not the normal G-rated first hour that I normally do. This is NC-17, R-rated, whatever you want. This is an adult show, so I'm smoking. I'm not worried about it. But yeah, thanks for coming to the show, Goblin. Hope you like what you see in here. Check out the rest of the channel, Check out the links in the more recent shows, because they're all quantum certified. For real, let me show you what this light does. Okay, for anyone who doesn't know, I picked up this LED infrared light from Amazon. Super cheap. I've got a better one, but I got to build it up. Like, this is what it does. That's it. This is what it does. It's as I get further away, it's useless. This thing is junk. I don't even know what it's supposed to be for. But it just does not work very well. So maybe these things work on nanometers of light frequency, and maybe I just don't have the camera for it. I don't know, right? But this, I'm going to keep it around. I'm going to do some research on it, because it wasn't expensive. That's probably why. me show you the nice big one I got. And that's not hooked up to anything. But I've got this other one. Now, this is supposed to be like house mounted. Let me show you. I guess I can take this off for the moment. Does that help? Maybe, maybe not. This is a house mounted one, and I just got it locked up. It's like got a little switch, on and off switch right there. Big honking, but it's not hooked up to anything. It takes a 12-volt source, right? Hopefully you can see that. And I don't have a proper, I've got a battery. I've got a case in the garage. I'm going to put it all together. And this will be like a ghost hunting box. This is supposed to be weatherproof, but no, it isn't. It's Temu, okay? Also cheap, but at least it's big and honking. I take us outside, but it's raining and I don't want to mess with the hardware, right? So, hope everybody's having a good day. Thanks for coming to the Quantum Show. I'm wearing a Star Trek t-shirt. I was going through hardware and looking at this and that, and lo and behold, the lights go out. I think the neighborhood is out because it flickered a couple times and then it completely went out. It's possible somebody hit a pole down the road here and, well, can't account for accidents, I guess. I heard something. It didn't sound like a transformer. It sounded like, honestly, it sounded like a chair. A little bit of thunder, just a little bit, not a big one. But yeah, I'm going to okay, check it out. With this big light, what the plan is, take this dead jumper pack. It's a big one, right? Well, the battery in it is no good. I've got a brand new battery over here. No, thank you. Okay, the phone wants me to do hand gestures, and I'm like, no hand gestures. I got a hand gesture for you, Mr. Apple. Okay, take that battery jumper kit, put the new battery in it, put my own wiring in it to have this on top, and then have like USB accessory port in the back, and a camera mount, which is any five below camera mount will work, right? I'm going to have it attached to the thing, have like a light. This is an infrared, have a regular standard. I got plenty of standard lights. So use it and have it record, have power. Because it's like a lawnmower battery or something. 12 volts, 600,000 milliamp, So it's a long battery. It's like a motorcycle battery or maybe old camcorder battery or like a system backup battery. They're cheap. Well, $40. So it's not super cheap. This was like $25, I think. Or maybe it was $40. I don't know. But this nice big, like, let's see. I still got the rules of display over here. What is this? I'm looking at the ruler here. The body of it completely is 5.5 inches, right? I know it's hard to see. 5.5 inches up to 6, including the 6 inches, including the screw post things. But this is it's a 4 3/4 inch light by 3.5. So it's okay if it's bright. I got to be able to feed it because it takes a 12 volt, right? Well, I've got that big honking battery over there. I'll use it. And R5D4 decided to pay me a little visit, falling down because I can't hardly see nothing. And yeah, so that's the plan. If you hear beeping, that is my backup power supply down here. So that's what is powering the router right now, which is pretty cool. Glad I got it. I'm the only one prepared for anything like this. Nobody else is prepared for this. I keep a flashlight on my side. I keep one in the room. You see the desk light right there? That's battery operated. It's doing it's doing its work, right? I got a bag of flashlights from Dollar Tree in the other room, and I got my backpack, which has all the fun stuff in it for research. I just added duct tape and zip ties because you never know what you're going to run across. It could be a ghost, or it could be mean old Mr. So and so from Scooby Doo that you're going to have to duct tape and zip tie his hands while the cops get there. Zoinks! But I need to do something real quick. I gotta. Well, no, it's fine. It's good. With no electricity means no fan, so I'm smoking and the room's filling up. The window's open, but it's got a fan in it. I can pull it down, but it's kind of a pain to do that. And then when the power comes back on, it might yank. It might yank. It might start running, and it's not in the window anymore. And it's like, oh crap. Well, I guess I could turn it off. So yeah, I went out a little bit today. I went to the Legion, and it was fun. I hadn't been there in 2 weeks. So people were worried about me. A bunch of different kinds of people, right? So we all keep up in touch with each other in different ways. And the younger people, and sadly enough, I'm not one of those anymore, right? Sadly. But they use Instagram and TikTok, and I'm not so active on those two. I'm barely on TikTok at all, right? Hey, welcome to the Quantum Show. I see somebody just came in. It's a lights out again show. So NC-17 rated R, don't let the kids watch. Because I never know what the hell's going to happen. Ghosts could show up. Mantis, aliens, they could show up. Agents and aliens and everybody, they could all show up. But unfortunately, sadly, can't make coffee right now because my coffee maker runs on electricity and I don't have any. And it would take about 30 minutes to brew 1 cup of instant over a candle. But yeah, I went to the Legion, and people were worried about me because they do follow me, and I hope they like and subscribe. That would be good. They all know me. Oh man, we had visitors tonight. One from Colorado, one from Pennsylvania. I'm like, Dogman, Bigfoot. And they were like, what? No, that stuff ain't real. I'm like, okay, you keep telling yourself that, buddy. You keep telling yourself. When I introduced myself, they were family members, one from Pennsylvania, one from Colorado. And I was like, you know about Bigfoot. And the way he laughed at it, he was like, yeah, you know about Bigfoot. And Dogman, Mr. Pennsylvania. I doubt that the lady would have known about Bigfoot because a little bit niche, right? General update for everybody. At this point, at 1910, time in the corner, right? Is I am in the middle of treatment for some urology stuff, and I get to go for something called urodynamics, which sounds like a really cool thing between BMW and Ford. They're making this urodynamic thing. It's not that, right? Sounds cool, but it's not that. It's not EURO, it's URO. And that's not fun. So I get to go do that. When am I doing that? June 2nd, I think. And I'm going to review my CAT scan from the other day on, I believe it's the 21st. What is today? What is today? Today is the 16th, so next week. On Wednesday, it means a day off of work. So all the quantum stuff happens all the time, right? Seeing auras, catching vibes. That's a big thing. Especially out. Today was strange. Okay, today was I'm feeling a little insecure, a little not so great, and shields were kind of weak. Okay, so I went in and everything was pounding on top of me. Oh, by the way, if the show goes off, wow, we've already been on for 20 minutes. Batteries it's paying for itself tonight. Cool, but a little weak and intrusive thoughts from others come in, feelings and stuff, and something I'm a little bit concerned about is people misinterpreting what I'm doing, why I'm doing, like talking to certain people. I'm a little bit worried about that because I got no intention. Okay, I'm not up to it. I'm not feeling it. So if anybody feels worried about me talking to them, don't be. I'll just go away forever, and leave you all the way alone. I'm very big into if I don't enrich your existence somehow, I will leave it. Very big into that. And I think that's something that most people start to learn, as they grow up, because it's unfortunate that people don't learn that. And then they end up in abusive things or things that are not mutually beneficial, emotionally speaking, right? I don't play that game. If you're done with me, I'm done with you. So, anyway, I'm ranting right now. Hope everybody's still here. I see we lost 2 people. I'm guessing Sarah and Aussie, you're still here. I'm guessing. I don't know if Goblin's here still, but I bet it's you and I bet it's Sarah and Aussie are still here. So, yeah, I'm just here. Figured why not. Haven't had much to report. Hadn't felt up to stuff. So haven't been out doing anything. I'm right now in times like this, I go to get hardware. Like that light, I got it, but it's no good. I showed it to you. It's no good. I think I'm on, yep, Aussie and Sarah are still here. Yep, Aussie and Sarah are still here. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I have a little dollar sign over here for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's a button I'm afraid to push. Somebody just walked in. Hey, welcome to the Quantum Show. Lights out again. Figured get online while the backup battery is working. If it goes out, I will switch over to a slower connection, but still a workable connection. So yeah, in times like this where I don't have a whole lot of energy to do stuff, I collect hardware for future like investigations or running upon stuff like that. You see another light going on. This one. This is, let me turn that part off. This is a big ass spotlight, right? This was for drones. I had a choice. Go to Walmart, buy a rifle and a hat, and go camp out in New Jersey and shoot down a drone. But then I figured that might not be such a great idea. How about go look at drones? So I bought the light. Yeah, super. It's really bright. This is the one I took out a little while ago, right? Lost 2 people. That's okay. Sarah and Aussie's still here. Hardcores. So, that actually, I angled it differently. But yeah, it was either go shoot down a drone or go look at a drone because this camera is pretty cool and that light really big. Hopefully, I'm hoping it will. It says 5,000 yards or 5,000 meters, right? There's no real way for me to test that until I see an error. Oh well, looks like we lost somebody. It must. I bet it is Aussie. Sarah has got preoccupied things happening in her life, so I understand if she's got to go. And Aussie, I bet you're still here. Don't know, but somebody's still here. I'm going to keep recording anyway until my little signal thing goes down. I'm going to keep recording, and then I'll just switch up to a different connection. Aussie had to go. Well, her switchboard is dark. Okay, Sarah. Sarah's here. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, well then, okay, everybody's here. Robot Jim, hey, what's up? What's up, Robot Jim? The lights are out, and I just decided to go and have a live stream. Why not? The lights went out. It might be because of a storm. One night it was the last show is because somebody hit a light pole down the road, and turned the lights out. And I demonstrated what did I do with it? I had this. Let me grab it. Right. I demonstrated this crummy little light I got from Amazon. What did I do with it? Uh-oh. I hear a siren out there. Do y'all hear that? Can y'all hear it? Let me get over by the window. Well, you can hear the rain, right? Wow, that's crazy. The lighting is pretty cool. Well, okay. It's kind of packed in here, so. But, yeah, there was a siren. But Robot Jim showed up, and we got people. So, Robot Jim, this is the little light that I got from Amazon. It's supposed to be infrared, like a spotlight. But it's so small. And I was hopeful, right? This is how bright it is. The camera can see that. This sucks. It's a fail. I'm calling it a fail. But look. Hold on. All right. Look at that. Okay. Not even good. This is it. This is that other light. It's pointing up at the ceiling, right? And oh yeah, okay. You heard the siren briefly. Yeah. Well, the siren turned off, so either they're shit. Oh, it's the light. Oh, that's right. I forgot. The light is motion detect, and I got underneath it, and it sensed me. So that's a win. That's a win of a light. So I'm guessing, I don't know what happened. I go out and walk around, but it started raining. Could you hear the rain? No? Yes? Okay. It's raining, and of all the ready to go equipment I got, I don't have an umbrella. And if you hear the beeping, that's my power supply. Hey, somebody just came into the room as a viewer. Don't know who it is. Welcome to the Quantum Show. Lights out again show. Figured I'd run these batteries down a little bit. They're all rechargeable, so we'll see. And I like to do a little show because there's literally nothing else to do. I could just sit on my phone like a depressed jerk. But I'd rather do this. And not be a depressed jerk. Be somebody on the internet. Oh, I see. So I got my headphones on, so I hear everything. There it is. Heck yeah. Quantum Show After Dark in the dark. Heck yeah. And I would take you around, but there's people here. So the environment is, I take you the haunted place, but there's people here. So it's what you call a contaminated environment with uncontrolled sources of like noises and stuff. But noises keep occurring. throughout the day and night. The room has been quiet. I think Xena calmed everybody down, right? But I heard something in here earlier today. But again, there's people here. It's probably them. Okay. All right. Sarah saying, yeah, my speakers don't pick up anything except me, my voice, and that beep. Yeah, I can't do anything about the beep. It's telling me, hey, power's out. You're running your stuff low. And we'll see how long that lasts. But I don't like to walk around in the rain because all this stuff is, none of this stuff is waterproof. They tell me the iPhone is, but I'm not risking it because I'm not going to be able, I don't want to have to replace it. You know, it's expensive. Of all the equipment, that's it right there. And so I'm just here, right? Oh, it barely picks up the beep. Okay. What's this? What's this? Things to say on the Quantum Show, but not to ladies at the bar. I take you to the haunted place, but it's contaminated. Good one. Good one. Yeah, 31 minutes, 32 minutes now. That's a damn good battery. It is worth the high price I paid for it, for the backup battery to keep working. It's powering the router. That's amazing. It's supposed to be. Did you hear that? That was cool. I'm gonna guess it's the weather that did this. Who heard the thunder? That was a pretty good one. Did anybody hear that? Because it was loud. Sarah heard it. Okay. Robot Jim heard it. Yeah. It's barely raining. That's the thing. It's not. Okay, that thunder was close. Yeah, it was close. Yeah, it was a good one. Was there a flash of light? Because it was like a one or just over a 1 second delay. Because there was a flash of light before it made noise. That means it's right here. You know what? I wish I had a better infrared light. Man, and maybe an umbrella. I'd go down and see what the ghosts have to say. Hey, Diane, welcome back to the Quantum Show. Lights out again. Yeah, it was kind of scary. It's scarier for you than me. I was kind of expecting. I'm expecting a lot more, to be honest. Wow, this backup battery is doing a bang up job, and once it goes, I'm at 82% on my other phone, and that's my hotspot. But yeah, I'm gonna say the weather took out some kind of transformer or wire or something. One time, big storm came through. This is here a few years ago, right? I was already living here. Been here about 6 years. And down the way, I didn't know it. A lady on the highway had run into a pole and knocked it completely over. And it took out the power here. What it also did was the ground wire, the bare wire, ground neutral something, was knocked down at the end of my road. So I pulled my little red car this way into the road. People were trying to drive over this thing. I'm like, I don't know if it would be safe to do that or not. So I just turned my hazards on and my headlights, and I was about to get my caution wet floor sign because it's like the only thing I got with me. It's not exactly a road cone, but it collapses down, and I need to put another thing on it because in the middle of the street, wet floor, people, what is this? So, but the cops showed up right then, and I'm like, hey, there's a line down. I don't know if it's live or what, but it needs tending to, right? The whole thing was down, but the bare, it could have been a guy wire, but I'm not sure, and I didn't want to mess with it. But the cops showed up, And I was glad about that because then he could stop traffic and I could go home. And people were getting mad at me. And I'm like, dude, do you want to get struck by lightning? Because I don't want you to get struck by lightning. I don't know you, but I don't want you to get struck by lightning. Meaning run over a live wire. Here comes, here comes. It's right here. Do you hear that one? That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a pretty good one. I know, right? I know. What'd he say? What'd he say? But that's how you get superpowers. Did y'all hear that last lightning? That was a good one. I saw it. If I see it through the window, the flash through the window, I'll tell you. Okay, that was a little one. Yeah, that one sounded like it was high up. How do I know this? I don't know. I don't know. Aussie is saying the storm sounds like it's moving away. Possibly. It's been 36 minutes. Yeah, that is loud. It is loud. I know you can hear that. I'm continually impressed by this iPhone. Continually. Did you hear that? It's cough from the other room. Nobody here is ready for anything like this. I'm the only one who has any flashlights. I'm like, y'all better get a clue. I give them both little Dollar Tree flashlights, which is like a cheap version of this one. This is not no cheap one. This is a nice one. There was no flash with that one. Yeah, loud and clear. Welcome to midnight in the Central Time Zone. Okay, yeah, it is midnight for me too. Hey, Rachel, our very own Obi2. Hello, Rachel. Yeah, it's Lights Out Again show at the Quantum Show. We're listening currently to Thunder, and I would go out and look at the rain, but nothing I got is waterproof. Thank you for coming to the Quantum Show. And okay. Once again, I have a story to tell. I'm going to be going on with. Yeah, it's dark. I've got a story to tell. Rich Giordano on Rich Saves America about the time I was arrested. Oh, Nathan was arrested. Nathan from the Quantum Show has a rap sheet. Not really. I have an incident. And yeah, I get to break out all the fancy flashlights. I'm the only one who has any kind of flashlight. These people ain't got a clue. People, we live in the woods. We got to deal with this shit. Come on now. Okay, Diane says it's 10 o'clock over at Forks, Washington. It might just be moving away. Waiting. There it is. It sounds like it might be moving away because the flash happened and it was a long time before the thunder made it to me. What time is it? Oh, well, there. Duh, it's right there. Midnight here. So Diane says it's raining but not thundering. Okay. Different storm. Yeah, your Bigfoots are doing okay. It's raining. Raining is good. Lightning, not so good. Your Bigfoots are good. And Rachel says, same here, Diane. Well, your Bigfoots are good too. Oh, 15:05. So it's the mid-afternoon for you. Or early afternoon. Or afternoon. says 15:05 for me. Yeah, it's midnight for me. Wow, this backup battery is. I'm glad I bought it. Thanks, Amazon. That's a winner right there. I've had the thing for like 3 years, 4 years. I think it's awesome. So 40 minutes with a 19-minute limit to it. Freaking, I love it. The rain's coming down harder now, man. And yeah, the past 2 weeks have been pretty trying for me, y'all. And I'm never okay. Now this is an unscheduled live, so anything goes, right? I can't really invite anyone because this is not a serviced phone. I'm on Wi-Fi, so I can't send links. Not right the moment, anyway. And but yeah, past 2 weeks have been very trying, right? And talking about Mo Sargi's on, cool. Mo Sargi, let me tell you. Now, he used to be just some guy on YouTube who was going for clicks and views. He's a former mechanic, which that's cool. And then he goes for haunted stuff. But he also goes for, this is the banger of a show. Hit like and subscribe if you want to do this, if you want to do that. You must hit like. You must hit subscribe. And all this stuff about. I tried that. It did not work out for me. I tried to do it at a conference, or not a conference, but a convention, Star Wars thing. And I was like, nope. But Mo Sargi is cool. He does paranormal, but he's like a muggle, okay? I like him, but he's a muggle. He's not really a researcher. He's a reactor. He reacts. And do go check him out, Mo Sargi, right? He's fun. Do not, okay, I want to hear what he says about Jinn and those guys on YouTube. I keep pointing at my computer, but their power's out. I want to know what he thinks about those guys that go into abandoned locations out in the middle of the Sahara. Not the middle of it, but out in places in the Middle East where there's supposedly a Jinn. I would love to see what he got to say about that. Or has he ever run into one? Of course. Okay, now, I don't remember the guy's name, right? Not Mo Sargi, somebody else. But there's a guy out there who goes to these places, and they're houses that have been abandoned, and they're out in the he's using a magnet fishing is what you're referring to. Magnet fishing. Okay. That's cool, that's fun. Well, he's not doing it right now. I thought about getting one of those, but I barely. It's moving away. Yeah, it's definitely moving away. I thought about doing magnet fishing. It looks cool, but I'm not in scrap metal business. So if I was in the scrap metal business, I have a whole topaz ready to go. I'm not getting rid of it. I put too much into it to let it go like that. But yeah, I thought about, my sister has a boat, and I thought about I'm this close to getting the one on Amazon with an extra magnet, and she's got plenty of rope already. A kit, they sell them kits, so I'm thinking about just picking one up, sending one her way, so she can go magnet fishing. You never know what you find, because they've dropped all their shit in the water before, in the lake over there. I know what I got to do in a little bit. It's been 3 hours since I did the thing, right? If anyone wants to know what did the thing, wow, 45 minutes. That's awesome. Did the thing was, I don't want to talk about it. You don't want to hear about that. You don't want to hear about that. I don't want to know about it. I don't even want nothing to do with it. I want to get this laser operation done and be done with this shit. I'm hoping it will be done by July, but it's not looking good, right? It's not looking good because I have to go in that review on Wednesday, And then the next appointment is June 2nd, and then another one June 3rd. What does that one say? Eurodynamics on Monday. Oh no, I'm not doing it. No, that's a car show that unfortunately I won't be able to make because I got to go to work. Sparky, I got invited to go to a car show, not as like a presenter, but just like, hey, you want to go to a car show with me? We'll have a beer together. And I was like, I might could do that one, but I can't. It's on a Tuesday, and well, I got to work. Such is life for 40-hour work week, right? In case you're wondering what you hear this noise, it's a camera holder that I got. Haven't had a chance to use it. I was wanting to use it tonight, but then it started raining. I was like, Put this on the tripod, right? Put camera over here, light over here. Of course, the infrared light sucks, but I got another light too. Let me show you that one. This is some of the stuff that donations to the show have helped to get. Okay, now the camera itself is one of those things that donations help get. Little digital camcorder. It's not amazing, but it's something. But this light is pretty damn cool, right? That is a nice bright light. That's full black. That is, imagine going around like that, right? That's pretty good. That lights up the whole room. And it's dimmable. Not infrared though. I was going for infrared, so that is a pretty good thing, right? Pop off this cap. It's not great. The camera itself is not awesome, but it's something, right? It's something I was going for. I need an offline camera. I wanted an offline camera that could not be intercepted, could not be interrupted, except short of a EMP. Yeah. Me too, because Mosarge is one of them and that overreacts, challenges, talks trash. I dare anyone to go to this cemetery and do that, because if they do that here, not only will they get, oh man, full body apparition, 3 of them in a row, plus some kind of portal opened up. It was crazy. I did not record. I wasn't prepared to record anything. But let me tell you, it wasn't even a dark, stormy night. It was almost a full moon. It was so bright. I had a flashlight. Didn't even need to use it, right? I went out there with my buddy Adana at 3 a.m., which is, the farmers don't mess with farmers at 3 a.m. They ain't woke up yet. Went back there. It got dark, but the moon was still bright. How that works, I don't know. But it got dark in my immediate vicinity. And then Adana vanished. She was not there. I was like, what? And then I saw something out the side of my vision. Logical brain, I can talk about this now without freaking out, right? Mostly. Logical brain said, it's a branch in the breeze. It's a plastic bag from somewhere. I look over. It was not. It was a figure of a person walking. Something looked familiar about it. But I'm still, oh yeah, I'm in fight or flight, by the way. It's like something just took hold of me, and I was like, internal panic, but there's nothing going on. But Adana just disappeared. It was like a special effect from the 50s. She just walked into a flat, gone. Just walked in, and it was super dark. I don't know what happened. And then I saw movement over here. I looked over at the other side of the cemetery. Is someone walking? But it was not like you're looking at me, even in the dark. It was the outline of someone. I could see straight through, but there was an outline walking, like walking or like marching. And I was like, I was looking straight at it. And then I saw another one that was so far too. And he's coming from like somewhere in the middle. Now I'm on the side, okay? Or I'm kind of on the side close to the middle, right? The left side is like super freaking dark. The right side is not so dark, but still dark. And everything is super blurry. It's something. And Adana at this point had disappeared, vanished. She was not out there with me. So the one guy went across. Then I see another one starting to move over. And then I saw more movement over here. Now I'm still looking at the first guy. And let me tell you, when you encounter a full body apparition that does not disappear, your monkey brain starts to take over. So I took a step back, and the movement that was right here stopped right in front of me, like this. And this guy was like, "You stay right here." I actually went like that. I went, yeah, like I understand, like no problem, I understand. And yeah, 15 minutes so far. Great battery pack. Heck yeah, this thing is rocking. And that's running Wi-Fi. But there's only one thing working on it, so. But yeah, that's a damn good battery. But he said, "You stay right here," like with authority. And I was already in fight or flight. Now I had direction. Something rung a bell. Again, something rung a bell. He's like, okay. So I'm standing there. This thing, it passes. It goes into the blackness. The other two, they all three go into the blackness. And all of a sudden, I'm standing alone in a cemetery in the woods by myself, completely alone. I keep trying to adjust my eyes. Like, are my eyes messing up? And I keep looking. Keep trying to focus, and then I realized something I had heard on Spaced Out Radio. Dave Scott was talking about it. He said he had a chance to go with some aliens, to go with a woman, a friend of his, with the alien. And he says, I'm not going to be involved because if I come out of these woods alone, I'm going to jail for murder. The same thing went through my head. If I leave alone with no Adana here, and I come out of the woods alone, I'm going to go to jail for murder. So I was like, that snapped me out of that fight or flight stuff. I reached for my flashlight and I'm about to pull it out when things got sharper. It got lighter. Still no Adana, but this is like as the seconds are passing, I hear the crunch of her footsteps against leaves. Adana just poof appears about 8 feet, 6, 7 feet from me, right? I'm like, Adana. Oh, and by the way, I tried to talk to her when all this began, and her voice was garbled, almost like it was scrambled when she disappeared. She couldn't tell me anything about it for 3 weeks. She's still not forthcoming about it. She still don't want to talk about it. And Diane is saying Amy is going to be on in the morning, 9 a.m. your time. So that's going to be 6 a.m. my time. On Saturday? She's coming on Saturday? Oh, okay. I guess she's got a premiere or something. Amy is going to be on in the morning, 9 a.m. my time. Okay, well, it's 10:20 your time or 9:20. I forget what it was. Right now it's 12:20 here. But man, this battery has lasted an hour running the Wi-Fi. That thing's great. I'm down there looking. It's Amazon Basics, right? 600. Really good stuff. I'm just checking out. See, the display doesn't work on it, so it just gives me a light and a beep. But anyway, back to the story, right? I've told the story before, and let me tell you, he didn't say nothing where I'm saying it to you. it was stuck into my head like a mental connection, like telepathy. It was telepathy. And then they were gone, and I realized I was in the woods alone, and I'm going to be accused of murder if I leave and there's no Adana. Because let me describe her to you. She was 24 years old. And this was 2 years ago, so she's 26 now. She was 24 years old, built but thin, right? She's a horse person, so she grew up on horse ranch doing show pony stuff, right? Show horses. Okay, 10:20 there now, so it'll be 6 o'clock my time, and or maybe 7, whatever. So she's, I wouldn't exactly say a delicate little flower, but I wouldn't say built like brick shit house either. But she's tough, but she's small, petite, right? But she's muscular from doing farm stuff. But still, I'm bigger. Okay. Um. So it would have been like I took her out in the woods and I murdered her, and I'm like, no, no, no. Hey, Samo, what's up? Thanks for keeping it quantum in the dark. You heck yeah. I was actually going through the cemetery story because now I can talk about it without freaking out all the time. And I click it, that clicks. Okay, the fact that I'm now alone in the woods and that thought went through my head snapped me out of fear, snapped me out of panic. I reached for my flashlight and everything started to get clear. I heard a crunch. Adana appeared, right? She was speechless. Okay, now I told her before we went in, be respectful. And I announced ourselves mentally. Okay, that's an empathy trick. Okay, you get psychic when you need to. And I said, Donna, we gotta go. It's time to go. And yeah, we left. She was carrying. I don't know why she was carrying it, but remember, this is a graveyard that's been very well kept up. It's almost like a big cemetery, but it's historic. It's got a marker and everything, right? Gower Road Cemetery. So it's very well kept. The state parks has taken it on as their own. Okay. So it's protected. And there's no errant branches to catch anything on, to snag your clothes on or anything. Don't trip and you'll be fine. I don't know why she was carrying this necklace that she made out of like a plastic twine, the stuff that you get at Dollar Tree, and a bunch of little trinkets, and it broke. She goes, Nate, bring your light over here. She crouches down, and I'm like, yeah, what's up? And my necklace broke. That's not good. I'm like, yeah, we gotta go. Do you need help? No, I got it. And she picked her stuff up and we left. And we sat in the driveway for a while talking about it. And I was like, I asked her right then, what happened to you? She couldn't, it hadn't computed yet. So I just left her alone. And I was continually asking her, what is this? What happened with you? After 3 weeks, she said, there's a lot of anger. And I'm like, okay, did you see anything? What happened? Well, it was dark, but it felt like my feet were being pulled into the ground. I'm like, oh boy. And then later on, I kind of realized what happened. And I did some research about who's buried back there. Those 3 guys, 2 of them were from the Civil War, and 1 was from the Revolution. This is a Revolutionary War area, not so much Civil War, Revolutionary. And it was those guys, a corporal and 2 privates, I believe, both from the. I forget what they were calling. It was the American Army in the Revolution, but it was something else. They called it something else. I don't remember what. And then the two privates from the Civil War, they're both back there. I realized these guys weren't there attacking. They were like Minutemen. They were going to save Adana. It was when I realized who. Remember when I said something rang a bell, something seemed familiar? The way they were walking, was they were walking with a purpose. And the way that the entity addressed me like that, I could feel this. This is what felt like. It looked like. You know what that is? That is military. That struck a nerve, or it rang a bell. It was military, so I understood. So these guys were on a rescue mission, and I did more research. Well, I found out about it when I just moved in. There were slaves buried back there with the owners and the family. Back in the day, that was a big no-no. That was illegal. You could go to prison for that. You could be hung for that. I don't know what the Tennessee, but they were easy on people here, right? Easy on slaves. And man, this is a damn good battery. Love it. So the section that she would walk into that would go blurry and super dark was an hour so far. Blurry and super dark was where the slaves were put, right? And the spot that I was in were where the owners and the family were. But she went to that spot back there. They didn't like that. She said there's a lot of anger, and later on she said there's a lot of hate. And I'm like, I think I understand now. It took me a while to piece it together, right? They were on a rescue mission. They weren't attacking. They were putting down a slave rebellion because she went in. And I don't condone any of the actions of those people from back then. We've learned, we've moved on, right? And I'm surprised I haven't had anything happen now other than lightning. But yeah, hour so far, over an hour. So that's the story of the cemetery. Yeah. Samo says, oh, they went to rescue the other. Well, they went to rescue Adana. Adana went over there and she vanished. I was alone in this cemetery out in the middle of the woods. And I've taken y'all back there before. They were rescuing the girl I went with, the woman I went with, 23, 24 years old. So that's who they were rescuing, not other dudes, the human. And man, let me tell you, I was thinking, and now that was one day, and I had to go to work for the week, right? The next time I went around, my first day off, it was a Thursday. I went out there. Well, I'm here, and I'm thinking, I've got to live here. And all week long, I was like, how can I make amends? What can I do? And then I thought, offering. And I thought, Egypt. Well, I don't have anything like in Egypt. But I'm like, wait a minute, who are these guys? They're farmers. They're country people. I'm country people. What do they like? Food. What's a good thing to take over? Biscuits and gravy. I brought biscuits and gravy to the spirits of the Gower Cemetery, and they appreciated it. I did a whole little thing, a little presentation. I said I was sorry. I went to Waffle House. For real. I went to Waffle House and they call it 6 into 2, where it's 3 servings on one plate and 3 servings on another plate, whatever, their lingo, right? So I had 2 big plates of biscuits and gravy with the plastic forks and everything, right? So I set it down, and when I went in there, I had the feeling of, oh, great, it's this guy. Like I'm a pain in the ass. But this is early morning. Well, not early morning, this is morning time. So I go in, yeah, biscuits and gravy for the ghosts. And I went and I did a presentation and say, hey, I'm sorry. I'm a good neighbor. I figured y'all would appreciate this. Something like this, something to those effects. I didn't record it because I don't know if that would be considered disrespectful or not. So I didn't record it. And so I did for the front part, and then I took the other one to the back part. The anger was palpable. You could feel it. Palpable. The anger was palpable. Yeah, Aussie's saying clean the tombstones. That would be a great way to appease them. Yeah. I should have done that, but food is better. And Samo's saying, yes, they would have been eating stale pieces of biscuits watered down gravy. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I go there for biscuits and gravy sometimes, but I took them. When I went in, there was a feeling of impatience and annoyance and anger. When I left, all that was gone, and there was thankfulness and understanding and patience. And I was like, it worked. It worked. Uh-oh, my battery is beeping rapidly now. Let me get the backup going. Let me get this backup going. If you hear it, you hear it. Hopefully you can hear it. If I blink out, okay. You heard it? Bet it's about to go out. I bet. I bet it's about to go down. I'm going to switch connections. Let's see. Hopefully this will work. I don't know how well this... Oh, man. I'll just wait for it to die. I'm going to have to blink off an hour. It did great. No complaints. This message will self-destruct in. Oh, Diane, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just swapping connections. That one's going to go down. I'm going to come back, right? Once it goes down, I'm going to come back. But yeah, well, actually, I might not come back because I got something to do. I got to take care of health stuff. So, yep. Good night, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and call this a good done show. Keeping it quantum. Thanks, everybody, for coming in unannounced, unplanned. Lights went out. What do? You go online. So, yeah, this thing is beeping crazy. I don't know how long it's supposed to beep for. I don't remember. I lost the manual like 4 or 5 years ago. And thanks, everybody. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and kill it for now. Thanks for keeping it quantum with the lights out. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. It was just me being here with the lights out. Keeping it quantum, pushing one button this time. I'm out of here. Bye-bye, y'all.